Have you ever imagined that a simple coin lying forgotten in drawers, inherited from grandparents, or tucked away in old collections could change your life forever and turn you into a millionaire overnight? Well, this story of rare and valuable coins is not just fascinating but also life-changing because some coins are worth so much money that collectors around the world fight to own them, and today you are going to discover the amazing journey, history, errors, and hidden secrets behind one of the most valuable coins in the world. So make sure you like this video and subscribe for more incredible discoveries, because what I am going to share will completely blow your mind as we dive into the universe of numismatics, the passion and science of coin collecting, where the smallest detail can make a difference of millions. Think about it. A slight mistake on the coin, a double strike, a minting error, or even the wrong metal used can elevate the face value of a coin from 1 cent or $1 to millions of dollars, and these incredible treasures often sit unnoticed in boxes, wallets, or bank envelopes, waiting for someone with a sharp eye to spot their true worth. Collectors and historians alike devote their lives to studying these coins, analyzing mint marks, weights, engravings, the shine of the metal, the ridges along the edge, and even the tiniest scratches that could indicate a rare minting batch. These coins are not just metal, they are pieces of history, carrying the stories of presidents, wars, independence, victories, losses, and national pride. And when you realize that a coin you thought was common is actually one of a kind, the feeling is beyond imagination. People have sold coins at auctions for millions of dollars, and the bidding wars are nothing less than dramatic movies, where wealthy investors, museums, and passionate collectors raise their hands until the price of a small coin surpasses the value of houses, cars, or even private islands. That is the true power of rare coins. Let's dive into the legendary world of the United States coins that have shaped history and made ordinary people into millionaires. Picture this: the early days of America, a young nation struggling to establish its identity, currency, and economic system. The very first coins minted carry not just monetary value but also pride and hope for a future built on freedom and independence. George Washington, the first president of the United States from 1789 to 1797, was more than a leader. He was a symbol of strength, integrity, and the birth of a new nation. When coins were struck bearing his name and image, they weren't just currency, they became icons of history. And today those rare issues hold astronomical value because collectors know they are touching a piece of America's foundation. But not every coin is worth millions. In fact, most coins are just regular, yet among billions minted, a few unique errors and rare varieties exist, and those are the golden tickets, a coin with a missing mint mark, a double die, a wrong planchet, off-center strikes, or experimental metals can instantly elevate its value. For example, coins like the 1933 Double Eagle, which reached millions, the 1943 copper penny worth hundreds of thousands, or the 1913 Liberty Head nickel, which stunned the world with its rarity. All these examples prove that in the world of coins the impossible is possible, and in the heart of this treasure hunt stands one of the greatest coins ever, the United States $1 coin featuring none other than George Washington, the first president whose leadership carved the destiny of America. This specific coin is no ordinary dollar. It carries history, errors, and mysteries that transformed its face value into a jaw-dropping fortune, valued today at around $33 million, making it one of the most expensive coins in the world. Imagine holding that in your hand, a single coin worth more than luxury mansions, fleets of cars, and lifetime security. And this is why collectors chase it with unmatched passion, because owning it is like owning a living piece of American heritage. The coin itself symbolizes the era of 1789 to 1797, Washington's presidency, the struggles and triumphs of a new nation, and the journey from colonies to independence. Every tiny detail on that coin, the engraving, the year, the metal composition, the edges, and even the minor flaws, makes it so special. Auction houses have witnessed record-breaking bids, private collectors have guarded them in vaults, and every time one of these rare George Washington $1 coins comes to light, it makes headlines. The fascination never dies because the value only keeps growing. Numismatists, the coin experts, explain that the uniqueness comes not just from age but from the story the coin tells, the symbolism of George Washington as the father of the nation, The struggles of the minting process in early America, and the survival of only a handful of these coins in pristine or error condition, makes it a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. Stories circulate about people accidentally finding one in old collections, estate sales, or family boxes, and those discoveries change lives instantly because going from a simple $1 coin to $33 million is like winning the lottery but with history attached, and that is the magical universe of coins. They carry both monetary and emotional weight, making them timeless treasures that connect the present with the past. And when you realize that George Washington's $1 coin from the 1789 to 1797 era has reached this unbelievable worth, you understand why collectors, historians, and investors treat it as one of the holy grails of numismatics. So if you ever come across an old coin, don't dismiss it, check the mint mark, the year, the details, and the possible errors, because who knows, you might just be holding a fortune in your hand, and this fortune could very well be the legendary $1 George Washington coin, the coin of the first President of the United States of America, 1789 to 1797, with a face value now recognized at a breathtaking $33 million, the biggest money in history. Collectors often say that every coin has a voice, a hidden whisper from the past that tells stories of the hands it passed through, the times it survived, and the significance it carried. And when we talk about the George Washington $1 coin valued at $33 million, that whisper becomes a thunder, echoing across history, because this is not just a coin, it is an artifact of the very soul of America. When you look closer at its design, you can see the artistry that was not just functional but intentional. The way George Washington's portrait is engraved is meant to inspire strength and leadership. His calm gaze looking forward symbolizes progress, determination, and the unshakable vision of a nation that had just won its independence, and on the reverse side of the coin the details shine with symbolism, representing unity, freedom, and the enduring hope of the American people. Now here is where it becomes even more fascinating, because early minting techniques were not perfect. Coins often ended up with tiny flaws, slight misalignments, doubled features, or off-centered strikes, and while most would see these as mistakes, collectors see them as treasures because these very imperfections are what make the coins unique. In fact, many of the surviving George Washington dollar coins owe their astronomical value to these minting errors. The kind of details that ordinary people might ignore but which numismatists examine with magnifying glasses, microscopes, and even digital scanners, and what they find often determines whether the coin is worth a single dollar or tens of millions. Imagine an auction room filled with billionaires and serious collectors, the tension rising as the price climbs from thousands to millions. Every paddle raised intensifies the drama, until the hammer finally falls and the coin is declared sold for tens of millions. This is the reality of rare coin auctions, where history and passion collide with money and ambition, and the George Washington $1 coin is at the pinnacle of this world. Its reputation is so powerful that even rumors of one surfacing send shockwaves across the collecting community. Enthusiasts immediately want to know the condition, the minting year, the weight, the edges, and whether it carries any known or unknown error, because a discovery like that could rewrite record books, and that is what makes this coin more than metal. It is a dream, a legend, and a priceless memory preserved in silver and gold. Stories of people finding these coins in old trunks, inherited collections, or even flea markets are not just stories, they are proof that sometimes life's biggest fortunes come in the smallest forms. And every time such a discovery happens, the world is reminded of how powerful history is. This coin embodies George Washington's role as the first president between 1789 and 1797. A man who shaped democracy, leadership, and a legacy that has lasted for centuries. His presence on this coin immortalizes him not just in textbooks or monuments, but in the very currency that fueled America's growth. And when you think about it, the symbolism is poetic, the first president's coin becoming one of the most valuable in history, bridging the birth of a nation with modern-day collectors who treasure it as a crown jewel. The value of $33 million is not just financial, it is cultural. It is historical. And it is emotional, because owning such a coin means holding the heartbeat of America in your hand, and that is why experts say never underestimate the power of old coins. They are not just small change, they are fragments of time, frozen memories, and hidden fortunes waiting to be discovered, and the George Washington $1 coin, minted during the presidency of 1789 to 1797, standing at the staggering worth of $33 million, remains one of the greatest treasures and biggest money stories in the history of the United States.